Assalamu alaikum, namaste, hotep, shalom alaikum, peace. This is Tracy Lene Muhammad, and it's about almost 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I just finished washing and blow drying my hair, and I had some thoughts that I wanted to share with you before I wrap it up and head off to La La Land. Forgiveness. I'm talking about the forgiveness of the self. What I just experienced is the person I really need to forgive is me. For all of the situations that I've allowed in my life that have made me feel ashamed of myself or embarrassed or silly or foolish, I really was harboring resentment against myself, not the other person or persons. I have the type of personality where I take everything personal and I work really hard at detaching and becoming the four agreements. But inside of me, there were things before I took on the four agreements that were lodged down in my heart, the unforgiveness. And I was doing all of the work and forgiving other people, just forgiving, telling myself, oh, you've already forgiven yourself. You know, it was good. It came through you. You were, excuse me, in need of it. And all of that is true. But I would be a fraud and somebody not worthy to listen to if I didn't tell you that I recognize today that I hadn't really let go of the angst against myself. I hadn't forgiven myself for allowing people to bring stuff into my life, dump it at my doorstep, and make me feel like it was mine to deal with, or that I was stupid or silly for not understanding, or I wasn't as it's spiritually advanced to understand the way things go, or that I was living in a fantasy world thinking that nobody has problems. And I did all of that and let go, and that it didn't hold other people responsible for their stuff. I just said, well, it happened. It was great for me. I'm glad it happened through me. And while I am glad many things have happened through me, it doesn't take away from the fact that it fucking sucked. You know, it sucked to realize that you could be betrayed by somebody you love so much. It sucked to have to recognize that you're the most qualified for a position, but you don't get it because of your skin color. You can suck it all up. But I had to forgive myself for the way I allowed it to play out, for not speaking up for myself, for not walking away from broken and toxic situations, for helping people who did not deserve my help because they're just shitty people. I had to forgive myself for doing that, and I did it tonight. I have done a lot of forgiveness work, forgiving other people and thinking I was forgiving myself. But blocks that show up in other areas kept leading me back to this. Now, I am one that believes in the oracle cards and in the energy of the universe and angels, and asking questions give you the answers when you ask the questions and shuffle the cards and pull the answer. And for 2 weeks now, I've been getting the same thing. Refuse to be used, detach, walk away, all of that. And in them, it's not saying that I have to throw people away, but that I had to let go of unrealistic expectations because people are showing me who they are. And if I don't accept that, it's not up to them, it's up to me. I recognize that you can love somebody and have to not be in their space because they're just way too toxic. But you have to forgive yourself for continuously having to learn that lesson. That's what I had to do. I had to forgive myself. I had to forgive myself for not loving myself enough to tell people to go fuck yourself when they do things to me that aren't well. Instead of trying to be some angel person and go, oh, you're broken. I know. I love you. Let's work through it. No. I admire people who walk away from broken relationships immediately and then do the work to heal so they don't attract another broken relationship. And that's in any relationship, whether it be with a spouse or a family member. I admire people who just love themselves too much to let fuckery go on in their life. I'm learning to be that person. But it started with me forgiving myself for all the times I wasn't that person. For me, forgiving myself for accepting less than I deserve and giving out more than I could ever receive from broken people. I had to forgive myself for giving people the false idea that I was Mother Teresa when I know that I'm not. But I was afraid to lose them in my life, so I just go along. But all the while on the inside, I was dying. And when I came to that conclusion and stopped that, I had to forgive myself for letting it go on and stop playing it over and over in my brain. For me, walking away from all toxicity was very scary. It was scary, and it was scary to start talking on YouTube about it, because I listened to people say, "Oh, you telling all your business? That's people don't give a damn about you. You telling all your business." But I knew in my heart I had a story to tell. And what gave me perfect confirmation is about 3 days ago, I saw a meme, and I know not all memes are real, but when you're dealing with something and then you see something that speaks to it, for me, that is a confirmation. I saw the meme that says the final stage of healing is when you use what you've been through to help someone else. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to tell my story piece by piece. And I recognize that for many of you, that will mean that you take my story and run with it. For many of you, it will mean you go, "Oh, really? She that dumb?" and leave me alone. And I'm okay. But if just one of you says, "I've been going through that, and she got to the other side of through," I can too. I can help you with the tools that helped me, so that you maybe, not that you'll skip steps, but that you might have it a little bit less hard. And that's what it's all about. We're here to teach and to grow and to learn from one another. So tonight, I forgave myself. And I know it's the final time for all of the stuff in the past. If I keep living, there'll be times I have to forgive myself again, but it won't be for the same thing. I will never have to forgive myself for allowing people to come in my life and do whatever they want. And I won't ever have to do that again. I recognize that I'm important and I'm valuable. And if you can't see that, you can keep it stepping, and it's no love lost. I don't have to buy your friendship. I don't have to buy your love. I don't have to do any of that. All I have to do is continue to be Tracy and to be kind. But in this forgiving myself tonight, a door opened, and all of the stuff that's going to come rushing through, I'm so ready for it, because I forgive Tracy for everything. And I'm never going to walk backwards again. I've been doing all the forgiving and forgiving everybody else. And when I say now, I have asked people to forgive me for the things that I did that brought them pain in their life. And I forgave everybody for the things they did that brought pain into my life. And I forgave myself for hurting other people. But the part I didn't do, and I did tonight, is forgive myself for being angry at what was brought to me and not expressing it. Or expressing it a little bit, and then as soon as it seemed like I made the person mad, I take it back. I forgave myself for not being authentically Tracy in the moments that I wasn't. I forgave myself for not showing up for Tracy. And now, with that forgiveness, I can move to the next level of life. And perhaps you need to do that too. Perhaps that's why I was moved as I was blow drying my hair to say, as soon as you finish blow drying your hair, go on there and tell them that it is okay to be upset for the way you didn't respond, and to forgive yourself. And stop playing it over and over in your head, or trying to recreate the scenario so you could be a badass this time. Just let it go. Let it go. Show up right now in the moment you're in with your spectacular self. Thank you for your time. It's been like 8 minutes, and I'm grateful I don't have my glasses on. It may even be 9 minutes. Have an amazing night. Assalamu alaikum, namaste, hotep, shalom alaikum, peace out to Brooklyn and everywhere else.